Hi, welcome to Creative Pet Keeping. Today I'm going to show you yet another way to house your betta fish in a community fish tank. Here I am housing my male betta fish with 8 guppies in a 20-gallon tank. It is usually not advised to keep guppies with betta fish because their fins are very long and colorful and often will provoke bettas to attack them. But if you get a big enough tank and you get a betta that's calm enough, you can actually make this work. I've had this tank for about 4 months and I haven't had a single guppy killed. And this is mostly because this is a very heavily planted tank. If there are a lot of plants, the guppies can always hide and run away from the fish, but also the betta will be very interested in swimming around and exploring its surroundings because it spent most of its life in a cup, so when it goes into a really big tank, it becomes really happy and curious, and you get to really see their personalities as they swim around and explore all the nooks and crannies of your tank. You can get real plants, but you can also get fake plants as long as you get enough for your fish to have hiding places. Also, if the tank is very big, the fish will less likely be territorial and will not want to attack your guppies, which is very important. So try to get a minimum of 10 gallons. If you get a smaller than 10-gallon tank, this might not work. I got a 20-gallon tank and worked out pretty well for me because the fish have enough space to swim around and all have their own personal space. When planning your community tank, I would get your fish that you would like to keep with your betta first so that they can get acclimated to the tank in a stress-free way. This is because even if you get a very calm betta that doesn't necessarily hurt your fish, like mine, he still chases them around a little bit, and that could be a little too stressful for your fish if you just put them in the tank and then as soon as they get in the tank, they're chased around by this crazy fish. So it's a little better if you got them first. Also, a lot of people have asked me if you can put goldfish with bettas, and that is no, because goldfish are cold water fish. They like their water a little colder, around 8 degrees, and bettas are warm water fish where they like to have their water at 78 to sometimes even 80 degrees, and that kind of temperature can make the goldfish sick, so it wouldn't be a good idea to put them together. Also, if you plan on getting female bettas, I wouldn't advise to keep them with guppies because it is kind of tricky to keep them with guppies. I would get a lot of female bettas, probably like 5 or 6, because if you get less, they will kind of fight. So you want to get more. The thing is, bettas will always be slightly aggressive, and the more fish you have in a bigger tank, the more spread out the aggression is, so it just ends up in them chasing each other, maybe a nip or two, and the fish won't be hurt and they'll be perfectly fine, and that's how you can make that tank work. And fish that you can keep with female bettas in a group would be tetras in a large group, because the tetras would feel secure in a school of fish, but also at the same time they can swim very quickly, so they actually can't get nipped by the betta, unlike my guppies who can get nipped. When setting up your community tank with bettas, be very careful because yes, bettas are aggressive, but like with any other fish, it is possible to keep them in a community tank because in the aquarium hobby, there are a lot more other aggressive fish like African cichlids that people have been keeping in community tanks for years, and they were able to make it work. Just do some research, ask people some questions, plan out your tank, and make sure you have everything fine before you get your betta, and things will work out just fine. You will have a lot of benefits because you will see a very happy betta fish that will be swimming around and not just laying there and doing nothing. You will also not have to clean your tank as much because with a bowl you have to change the water like every week or two. Here I don't do a lot of cleaning to this tank. Every month I do some water change, and every few months I'll vacuum up the gravel, change the filter cartridge, so it's not that much work, and it's a lot more enjoyable and pleasant to look at than a little tiny empty bowl. Well, thank you for watching. Please comment, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to this channel to see more videos of creative habitats for pets. And also in the comments below, give me a suggestion of what I should name my betta fish. Thanks a bunch, and see ya!